Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for January 21st, 2026. Of course, my name is Garrett.
And I'm Kevin.
And we are your co-hosts. And we were just jamming out to the countdown music before this. Sorry for starting out on a laugh, but hope you're all doing well so far this week. Fox Books are. We'll get to that in a minute. Anyhow, Kevin, how have you been over the last week?
I've been pretty good. Going to be working a little bit more this, and I'll have to talk to you about the end of February actually, because I totally forgot.
Yes, you have a vacation coming up.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. But as for me, it's just been kind of smooth sailing. I went to the movie theaters a lot, specifically this weekend.
I went to the movie theaters a lot. For me too. I went twice.
Which is, someone call the presses, because that doesn't happen.
Actually, I'm going to go 3 times this week.
Well,
it's on Saturday too.
Oh, Sunday. Saturday or no, Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday.
What
with my mom.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Sorry, man, I gotta calm down. I gotta stay home for a little bit.
Oof. No, keep going. Keep going and get your money's worth. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get into the news stories this week. And up first, Netflix backtracks what they initially said. They are now going to be maintaining a 45-day theatrical window for Warner Brothers. And they've also said that HBO will stay completely intact. I don't know if that includes HBO Max or if it's just going to be like HBO's content. That's not exactly clear.
What does that mean? I'm confused on that. Isn't HBO another streaming
HBO is owned by Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Don't touch HBO Max because it's one of the better streaming sites.
Yeah.
So,
Netflix has good tech behind it, but
I don't want to be playing games while watching a movie.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, this is good news. I think they, I think they got a lot of pushback from potentially lowering that, and the head of Netflix, Ted Sarandos, who love him or hate him, most people hate him, but has said that they don't want to infringe on Warner Brothers' success. I think because they saw how much money Warner Brothers raked in last year from the box office. I think they're going to be just fine. But good news though.
Yeah, good news. But next up, The Conjuring: The First Commandment. Communion. Sorry, I had that in my head and I totally messed it up. Is the next Conjuring movie, and will set to be released on September 10th of 2027. So almost in about a year. So
yes.
I don't know where they're going to go with this though.
From what we can understand, it's probably not going to be the Warrens, or at least not in their current state. It could be them much younger, like a prequel. But it is not going to be kind of as we know them. I know Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga they're done with the franchise. They've said that they're done. So next up, huge news. Dune Part 3 is getting 3 weeks exclusive IMAX showings. And Avengers Doomsday, that means, because it comes out the same day, will not be in IMAX for the first 3 weeks.
Oh. Good for Dune.
Good for Dune, bad for Avengers.
We were talking about this before we got on. I don't know if that's going to affect Doomsday, to be honest with you.
We'll see.
Not a lot of people are going to. That I see. I'd rather just go to a regular movie than an IMAX movie, to be honest. So, especially with ticket prices now in the economy, I think people would go to a regular movie than an IMAX movie. That makes sense.
I think the issue is going to be because Doomsday is probably going to be a 3-hour movie at least. How are you going to get that many showings in one day? They're going to have to kick other movies out of theaters. So it should be interesting. We'll see how this affects everything.
All the movies out there, don't put anything in those 3 weeks. And then
exactly.
Next up, Mike Flanagan's Scarlett Johansson led The Exorcist, is back on track and will be hopefully releasing in March of 12th of 2027 in theaters. So cool. Need to see a trailer though.
Yeah, or at least a plot or something. But it is cool that Mike Flanagan's involved and Scarlett Johansson are involved. I mean, that gives me hope. That gives me hope for sure. Alrighty, next up, this is huge. I'll be getting up early tomorrow because the Oscar nominations will be announced tomorrow morning at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'm very excited about this. I'm debating doing a live stream. Do you think I should do a live stream on the channel?
To be honest, I don't know if I'll go up because I won't be up that early. I'll guarantee that. But I think what you should do is put a poll. If we have Instagram on Real Watchers, right?
It's been a while since I've updated it, but yeah.
But put a poll of who do you think is going to win for each category, and people can vote on it.
Could do that. Yeah. But I'm debating doing a live stream tomorrow or some sort of video about it.
A video would be cool. I'm down for that.
Yeah, it's just more work though, and I have school, so I'll probably just end up doing a live stream in the morning as long as I remember to get up early enough
and press hit live.
Yeah, hit the right button. I don't know if you in the comments. Let me know if you're interested. If you join us if you join me, I know because Kevin's probably gonna be asleep or getting ready. But anyhow, yeah, I'm excited for this. I mean, I don't think there's going to be any major surprises. I think it's just going to be, what foreign films end up getting the Best Picture nomination will probably be a big thing. So, but next up, Kevin.
Yeah, Keenan and Kel are reuniting to star in and produce a horror comedy film called Keenan and Kel Meet Frankenstein. So it's kind of like what's the other?
It sounds like Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, but with Keenan and Kel.
That's what I was gonna say. So, I mean, it might be funny, might not be. We'll see. We don't know.
We honestly do not know. But next up, Masters of the Universe is getting its trailer tomorrow. We got our first trailer teaser. We're good. I love how we hit the point where we have teasers for trailers. Yeah. But we have the first trailer coming out tomorrow. The teaser footage for the trailer came out today, and it had an interesting tone to it, which makes me interested for how the movie's going to go. It's like back in the time when things were simpler, and it's like, all right, what do you mean by that? But we'll see if it's any good. That trailer will be coming out tomorrow. We'll probably talk more about it next week.
Yeah, I'm down to talk about it. I just want to see it, to be honest. Just release the trailer, not a teaser trailer. So yeah. But next up, Snoop Dogg will star in Eli Roth's horror movie film that is Don't Go Into That House, Bitch. I mean, that sounds like a Snoop Dogg movie. After intentionally signing on as a producer and music contributor. Perfect. I mean,
you got it.
Cool. I think that would be hilarious.
Great name for a movie too.
Yeah.
I just wonder how they're going to be able to actually release that in theaters. But Eli Roth, not the best track record with horror movies lately, but we'll see how that ends up going. He did make Borderlands after all.
Hey, we have to have some lows before we have some highs.
It's true. We don't know. Next up, Warner Brothers is developing an animated Speedy Gonzales movie, which feels very out of nowhere. I mean, hopefully it's Speedy going up against Ice. That would be really funny. Just like, fucking over Ice would be the funniest thing on the planet. They're not going to do it, but that would be so funny.
I don't know what they could do for this movie, though.
I don't either. I mean, I honestly, not that I think the character's not problematic or anything. I'm just like, what would you do for a movie with just him?
I'm trying to think of a story because there's nothing there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know. Go full woke. Have him bringing over people from Mexico. I think that would be really funny.
Hilarious. Next up, is it Laika's?
Yes.
Laika's next stop motion film, Wildwood, will release in October 23rd, 2026. What did they make before?
They did Coraline. They did Kubo and the Two Strings. So it is their next stop motion movie, and it, from all the teaser footage we've seen, looks so gorgeous. Hopefully that'll get a nomination for animated feature. So
it should, or a recognition or a nominee or something like that, because all of them have been fantastic so far.
Oh yeah, Leica's one of the best animation studios out there right now, for sure. All right, next up, J.J. Abrams' next movie has casted Glenn Powell and is called The Great Beyond and will be releasing on November 13th. Still have no idea what this movie is.
Are you getting Glenn Powell fatigue?
No, I don't think I'm not Powelled out yet.
Okay.
I think that he is charming enough of an actor and talented enough that I think he's not being overutilized yet.
Okay.
He's not hitting Chris Pratt levels for sure.
So that's when I hope he doesn't hit that level either, because he is a great actor.
I want to see him like do different things and new things. And I think because of it's not that people are doing too many movies. They need to keep doing movies so they get paid. That's their livelihood. I think that because we have such a ready access to media now that we feel like we get over inundated with it. But it's like, it's like if you don't want to go see it, don't go see it.
Yeah, exactly. But next up, Kate Blanchett's is reprising her role in the live action How to Train Your Dragon 2. I did not see How to Train Your Dragon 1 live action, so who did she play?
In the original animated one, she played
the mother.
Mother?
Yeah, okay.
She's like the big dragon training person. Yeah.
Spoiler.
So she's coming back. That's not really a spoiler. It was part of the trailers and everything.
I know.
So. But next up, production on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2 has wrapped. This is the one about Brad Pitt's character, Cliff Booth. We got an update that the film has finished production, which I'm super excited for because David Fincher's directing it. And I just kind of want to see more of that version of Hollywood. I think it's really charming and kind of violent and funny. So we'll see how it is.
I can't say anything. I have not seen the first one. I have it on 4K, but I have not seen it yet.
Well, he's got to watch it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And next up here, Kip.
Next up, E24 and HBO Max have renewed their partnership, and their movies will continue to stream on HBO Max. I mean, fantastic.
Part of what makes the network so good.
Yes, it is. And it releases like 2 or 3 weeks after it's in theaters, correct?
No, it's probably about like 3 or 4 months.
Oh, months. Okay, but still, that's really good.
Typically, you get probably about a month or 2 after theaters is when you get a streaming release, like buy streaming and rent for like $20, and then about a month after that is when you get physical. So you get 4K, you get Blu-ray, you get all that, and then a month after that or so is when streaming happens. So it's like typically 4 to 5 months after theaters is when you'll see it.
Oh, okay.
Likely. Unless they're getting like fast tracking it, like one battle after another, they fast tracked into HBO Max and things like that. Lastly, here, this is pretty exciting news. Sundance Film Festival starts tomorrow and will be the last one that is going to be in Utah before moving to their new permanent home in Boulder, Colorado. Now, the only reason I brought this up is because Sundance Film Festival is really big for independent movies. This is where a lot of movies get their premieres, so they'll go and they will debut these films to audiences that buy tickets. Most of the time they'll have premieres here. But these are movies that don't even have a distributor yet. So these will be movies that someone just made, and this is where people like Neon or A24 or other studios will bid to buy the movie's rights to distribute. So there's a really good series. The guys Raka Raka, who did Bring Her Back and Talk to Me, their YouTube channel, they have a whole vlog thing about the Sundance Film Festival and what it was like to debut their movie and then have people bid in a war for their movie. And they actually have a video showing like their reaction when as soon as they found out that A24 bought their movie, which was
is it they watch the entire movie or is it just a trailer?
No, the whole movie plays and it premieres.
Oh,
so people who I'm a member of the site. Like I could go and buy tickets if I wanted to, but I don't want to fly out to Utah and I don't have the money to. But it's just a place where you can go and see movies early. I don't know why my camera decided to. There we go. But anyhow, it's just a cool place where you can see movies for the first time and studios and distributors bid on them.
Nice, very cool.
But that is it for the news this week. Let's go ahead and get into some of these comments. I thought Last Rites was it. We all did too, but this is probably going to be a prequel for anything, so just won't be the same thing. We'll see how long that lasts for HBO. As many companies in the past have sworn not to change things, only make sure. Yeah, we'll see. You know,
I don't know. They can't change stuff because of how good their system is. I feel like
if anything, I could see it changing outside of the U.S.
Yeah,
that's where I could probably see it changing for certain. But so I'm guessing the Keenan and Kel, will this be a Nickelodeon
probably
film?
not.
No idea. Would it be a Good Burger thing? Probably not. Warner Animation Group, I guess so. Wouldn't be funny to me to have Ice as it makes me becoming his own. No politics, please. Just have a good Looney Tunes feel. That's true. I'm messing around. There's no way they're going to do that. But
no,
I don't know what they would even do for a story. I'm curious to hear what you would think, like just on its own as the story to be. Let's see here. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get into the stuff streaming this week. We have a lot of stuff going to streaming this week. The 2025 film, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, is now available to stream on Netflix, which I'll probably be checking out sometime this week. 26 of the 27 James Bond films are now on Netflix. It is not including Casino Royale from 1967. It does have the Casino Royale with Daniel Craig, though. The bad release Smurfs that came out this year is now on Amazon Prime if you really want to check it out. Paul Thomas Anderson's last film before One Battle After Another was Licorice Pizza. That's now available to watch on Netflix. Twisters is now available to watch on Peacock after being somewhere else. I think it was on Prime.
Yeah.
Bone Lake is a horror movie that came out last year that was decently popular. That is now available to stream on Netflix. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, will be available to stream on Hulu and Disney Plus on January 23rd, so this Friday. And The Smashing Machine is going to be starting streaming on HBO Max this Friday, January 23rd.
Excited for The Smashing Machine just to check it out to see how The Rock does.
Yeah. So, but that is it for the streaming news. Yep, another Twisters mentioned. Alrighty, and we got the trailers that came out this week. Kevin, anything stand out to you?
Heels Heel looks very interesting, and then the mortuary assistant looks intriguing as well. I feel like that's really the only two that stood out to me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot really of good looking stuff. So I think Heel looks interesting, and I think the mortuary assistant, which I love the game, I think the movie looks pretty bad, but maybe it was just a bad trailer. But we'll see. Nothing else really piqued my interest this week, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not.
All righty. So let's go ahead and go to the box office, though, Kevin.
Yeah, the box office. So Avatar still holding in at number 1 with 14.5 million. 28 years later, The Bone Temple with 12.5. Zootopia 2 coming in with 9.2. The Housemaid with 8.5. And Marty Supreme still hanging on there with 5.5 million this week. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that Fire and Ash is so high up there.
I mean, I'm surprised. Like, I have not been hearing anyone go to see it in my local theater. So, I mean, maybe it's just popular other places. I was expecting 28 Years Later to dominate this week, but I don't know why.
Was that the new release this week? Was 28?
28 Years Later. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the big one. We also had Dead Man's Wire, but that was more of an indie release. So,
well, and those two movies are kind of adultish more than Avatar, I feel like.
Yeah, and Zootopia 2 rebounded from 5th place to 3rd. Obviously, Primate is not on the list at all anymore.
Not on the list.
Which we'll talk
about.
We'll talk about that. But anyhow, that is it for the box office this week. Let's go ahead and get to the movies that are coming out this weekend. And up first is Mercy. In the near future, a detective stands on trial accused of murdering his wife. He has 90 minutes to prove his innocence to the advanced AI judge he once championed before it determines his fate. I saw they've been really advertising this at my local Regal theater. I feel like
here too,
and so I have not really been that excited for it, to be completely honest.
I just feel like it's being shoved down our throat a little bit. So
yeah, but those movies tend to succeed. Like The Housemaid was shoved down our throat, and then that movie is still in the top 5 for box office. So
true.
But this has a 39 on Metacritic and a 5.9 on IMDb. So we'll see if it's anything.
It's right next to Avatar then. Jeez.
Right there. Next up is Kokuho. This is the Japanese film that is the submission for the Academy Awards this year. In post-war Japan's economic boom, gangster family-born Kikuo Tachibana finds himself adopted by a kabuki actor. Despite life's challenges, he develops into a gifted performer. This looks to be a drama epic of some sort. It is a almost 3-hour-long drama, which I'm excited about. This. The trailers made it look really good, so we'll see if it's playing anywhere near us. And third is Return to Silent Hill. When a man receives a mysterious letter from his lost love, he is drawn to Silent Hill, a once familiar town now consumed by darkness. This is directed by the director who did the first Silent Hill movie, which he is a huge fan of Silent Hill, so wanted to come back and do the second one. The reviews at this current moment, there are only 6 reviews, and it has a 30, which is pretty low, but the fan scores seem to be pretty high. So apparently if you're a fan of Silent Hill, you're going to like the movie. If not, you might not enjoy it. Who knows? And then last, we have H is for Hawk. This is a new indie movie. After losing her beloved father, Helen finds herself saved by an unlikely friendship with a stubborn hawk named Mabel. So this one actually looks kind of sweet. The reviews are not the best thing in the world, but it does look like it'll be something that your parents would probably really enjoy. So, anyhow, that is it for the movies coming out this weekend. Glad we could get Kevin's attention back there. No,
I was counting the movies, so we didn't have to.
I'm just messing with you. Alrighty, so we have. Let me go ahead. I gotta change up the music here.
You have 12 movies. I watched 4 movies. So if you want to do 3, 1,
so
3,
10
1.
and 2, but we have the 2 movies we saw. We both saw.
But we can do those at the end, and so I can just talk about them right after you.
Okay, so I'll just do my movies first, and then yours.
No, so like 3 movies, and then end with one that we both watched.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So do like the first 2, and then
I would do 5 and then 4. No, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Okay, 10. Yeah, so I'll do 5 and then one of mine.
And then
I'm confused. Why are we changing this? Here, we're just gonna talk about the first movie we saw together.
You know what? Yeah, we didn't see this together because
we didn't see it together, but we both saw
at the same time. So is this my score? Yes, it is my score. Okay. Yeah, this is the best in the series. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. It is absolutely fantastic. I love the story of this movie a lot more than the other ones as well. And I loved what's the doctor's name? His name's Dr. Ian, but I don't know. Huh?
Kelson?
Yeah. He's fantastic in this movie. I really liked him. His relationship with Samson, and how something happens, which I can't say because it is a new movie and I don't want to spoil it. And I'm just gonna say it's the best one of the series by far, and I gave it an 88 out of 100.
Gotcha. I think I liked it just a bit more than you did. I love this movie. It's the best movie of 2026 so far. Let me tell you what. I mean, we've only had like 4, but this is brilliantly directed. I like the cinematography is much better than the last movie. It's shot. I would say it's shot pretty much immaculately. The production design. I mean, the Bone Temple looks so good. The Bone Temple looks so good. I'd want to hang out there.
Cinematography of the Bone Temple too, where it's looking up at the sky and stuff like that. So good.
So good. But the strongest parts of the performances. Ray Fiennes' Dr. Kelson is. I hope he gets an Oscar nomination. He probably won't, but I think it's really much. It deserves at least some awards consideration because he's really good, especially in the climax. Also, Jack O'Connell continues to prove that he's an incredible villain from playing the villain in Sinners and now playing Jimmy Crystal here. And then I also really like Chai Lewis Perry as Samson, who does a much more has a bigger part of the plot in this, I would say. Don't want to spoil anything, but this movie is. I don't know how the third movie is going to even come close. But this movie is so good. That climax, though. Man.
So good.
I'm not spoiling anything, but Nia DaCosta, who's the director, has earned major points with me and metalheads everywhere. So, absolutely love this movie. I gave it a 90.
That whole sequence is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Kevin.
Oh yeah, Deadsman Wire. I just went to go see this today. I saw it was playing at 8:50 or 10:55 in the morning, so I said, "Hey, let's go over there and see it." And I went to the wrong movie theater, so I missed like 15 minutes of it. So, but it was just when he gets held hostage. This is very interesting because you are made to feel like you care about the person that has the shotgun to the back of the head of the person that uh did him wrong, pretty much. And this being based on a true story is absolutely crazy, first of all, because it doesn't seem real. It could only seem like it was in a movie. And but Bill Skarsgård in this movie is absolutely fantastic. I love his acting in this. He shines in this movie, and you can really tell that he was getting into character and how he portrays the protagonist in this. And I absolutely loved him in this movie. There are some sequences where it goes to TV channel, then to like high definition channel. If you catch where I'm going with that, I really enjoyed that as well for me. But not to spoil anything, but it's really cool, and especially if it happened um in real life, it's so interesting to me. So I gave it an 81 out of 100.
Gotcha. Yeah, I went and saw this on Monday, and I gave it a 79. I think it was a well executed thriller that has two very good performances. I think Bill Skarsgård is really good as um, Tony Kuritzis, I think his name is.
Yeah.
And then also Dacre Montgomery was really good as the hostage in this whole situation. Also Coleman Domingo as Fred Temple, the radio host.
Yeah.
Mr. Domingo, you have my heart. I think it also has a refreshing look to it. There's a lot of stylistic choices that are like from the 70s. Like it feels like this is something that could have been shown alongside movies like All the President's Men and those other 70s political thrillers. I do think the film somewhat drags in its second act. I think that there's plenty of stuff in that where they're just sitting around in the apartment that could have been cut. There is a B plot that has to do with a reporter that I didn't think was 100% necessary because it didn't really do anything with it.
Nope.
So, I mean, that could have been cut and saved some time. But other than that, I think it's a really good movie. And I think this is really well timed, considering this feels like this movie is celebrating Kuritzis, which, we've all seen what happened with Luigi Mangione. So this kind of feels like good timing to, celebrate someone taking the law into their own hands. But that's going to be it for the movies that we both watched. I'm going to go ahead and do 5. You do 1, and then I'll do 5.
Yep, sounds good.
So, continuing my documentary month, I watched Scouts Honor: The Secret Files of the Boy Scouts of America. This is a documentary that came out 3 years ago now. This was horrifying to hear how much bad stuff has gone on within the Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout, for those of you who don't know. I went through the program. I never heard or saw anything like this at my troop. My troop was one of the decent ones, I would say. But I can say that, I personally always felt shoved to the side because of, at the time, my lack of religion, especially in my later time there. So I was going to return my Eagle Scout honors because of their policies towards gay Scout members and leaders, which was a big thing back in 2013, 2014. But I held on to that belief that the Eagle Scout mattered, and it doesn't. The Boy Scouts of America should be disbanded, dissolved, and destroyed. 100%. It is just too much of a bad organization that is not acting in the best interest of its people. The documentary does do a good job of highlighting so much of what makes it bad. The sexual abuse, the direct control of the Mormon cult, and the other forms of abuse of power that took place there are just too much. They had over 80,000 survivors have come forward for the lawsuits that are going on. So it's crazy. I think the film doesn't really scratch the surface of other things that happened. I would have liked some more information about the Mormons' direct involvement and how much they really controlled of it. And then also kind of more detail on past things. There was a whole New Orleans troop. It used to be that you could just apply to be a Boy Scout leader and they would just take anyone. So there was a troop in New Orleans that was literally a sex trafficking ring and would literally just go recruit kids from single parent homes or foster families or whatever because they were more, susceptible, and then would just not do any of the Boy Scout things. They would take him to hotels and have clients come from other countries, and it was really bad.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's a very disgusting and angry documentary, but I wish it just would have gone a little bit more into detail, because there's some really bad stuff that goes on there. But a really good documentary I watched was Wit is Pain. If you have Netflix, this is on there until January 31st. This is an excellent looking creation of one of the best and most successful original IPs in recent Hollywood history. Like John Wick is iconic already, and it's like less than 10 years old. Like, there's so many ripoffs of this movie and its style. It's crazy. I love docs about making movies, so I was never going to not like this. But this is a pleasant reminder that we need these. Like, we need more movies about making movies, because this is how you get people into making them. The movie is a lot of talking heads. It's all just kind of people talking at you. And that's not a bad thing, because they're sharing personal anecdotes, and it works for this one. I love that so much time is spent talking to and about the stunt team in particular, especially since the film is made by stunt people. And I love how much emphasis was placed on these films being inspired by anime, which I feel like you never hear that much about. I think it's a great doc about an iconic franchise. Even if you're not a fan of John Wick, I think, even if you're just a fan of movies in general, I think this is a good documentary to watch to show how they're made. All right. And then the first movie I saw in theaters this week was Following, because Regal is doing a kind of like Origins thing for the month of January, where it's the director's first films. This is Christopher Nolan's first film. And I've been wanting to watch this for a while, especially since I saw Memento for the first time not too long ago. And it's clear to see how Christopher Nolan's movies kind of have evolved from this. If there's anything the movie suffers from, I don't think the characters are that interesting. There's a criminal character. It's really the only interesting one, because he just gets better dialogue scenes. The young man and the blonde character do not fare any better. The story, though, is where it's strongest. It feels like a Christopher Nolan film noir movie. Like, this could take place in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, anytime, which I really enjoyed. But the characters just aren't that exciting, so ended up giving it a 75. All right, and then I watched Nobody 2, which I liked the first one. The second one is an enjoyable movie that just kind of it tries to do something different by having it be like a vacation theme to the whole thing. But the first one was fun because it was like, oh, it's the old guy going back to work. But this one is the villain's more memorable here, and the location's cool. It's just not that exciting compared to the first one. And I wish I would have seen this in the theater, because it had some moments where I was like, the audience would have been like, whoa, Bob Odenkirk's still the best part of the movie series. Connie Nielsen and Christopher Lloyd doing pretty well as well. The whole cast is fine. I think it's just the story is the big part here that I wasn't too keen on. I don't know why these people are doing what they're doing in this area. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but you do you. It started to get a little bit more into the John Wick territory, though, with some of its villains and like less believable moments and things like that. But there's a final showdown in a theme park that's pretty fun. And it's really well paced. Like, I paused it to go up and get some water or something, and I was like, oh, I'm probably like halfway through, and I was like over an hour in. I was like, oh shit, like this is going by really quickly. So, but I mean, I've already forgotten that I watched it. So, oh man, all right. I don't know what movie people were watching in theaters where they were giving Primate a good score, but Primate was terrible. So I went and saw this movie before seeing the next one I'll talk about after Kevin's. And an hour and a half after seeing this movie and watching the second movie, I forgot that I watched this. That's really bad. I do want to start with a few positives. I'm glad to see that Troy Kotsur is getting more roles after getting an Oscar. He is a deaf actor, which makes sense in a movie about a chimpanzee, because they sign language. I can't sign, so this is just whatever it is. But he's a great actor, and I want to see him in more things. It's just unfortunate that this is what he got. Second, there are some really good-looking shots in this movie, particularly things that have to do with water and reflections. They look really good. Finally, there are only two decent kills in this movie. The rest are really bad. And that's it. The young actors in this movie are aggressively terrible. And I blame the bad script and bad actors. None of them talk how normal human beings talk. It's stupid. And none of them act how anyone really acts in real life. Maybe it's my own distaste for young people with their bad memes and their e-bikes, but I actively rooted for their demise. in this movie. I was rooting for the chimp, which is really funny because the chimp looks terrible. Usually I'd advocate for a person in a suit or practical effects, but this did not have a shred of realism whatsoever. It literally just looks like a person in a suit. It's bigger than any chimpanzee should be. It just looks like a smallish, like a 4'11" person hunching down and looking menacing in a monkey outfit they got from Party City. It's really bad. It's not scary. It's not tense. I never felt like anyone was truly under threat. If you had just picked up a shovel or something, you could have beat the chimp to death. It's not that hard. But again, it's just all teenagers and they don't know what they're doing. It's all just stupid decisions that leads out to a stupid outcome. And it's also easy. You should not have a chimpanzee as a pet. Even if you're a scientist studying them, keep them in a natural environment. Keep them, in a decent enclosure. I'm not advocating for, like bad treatment, but just do not keep them as pets. I was hoping they were going to do a real life story of the woman who actually had her face ripped off by her friend's pet chimp. And I was hoping that was going to be what the movie was, but it wasn't. And I am sad. So,
unfortunately, I'm
going to take a break.
Yeah, I'll go up. The Running Man. So, speaking of Glenn Powell, he's in this movie, and this is a really fun action movie with kind of the anti-monopoly kind of situation, or a corporation that you can't get good jobs anymore because it's so high up and everybody has like social stuff going on. And I really liked this movie because of it shows different game shows, which Nadia and I really like watching game shows a lot of the times, and how some game shows can be so harsh on you. Like they had like a mouse one where he's running on the wheel. It's just like what's it? I don't want to call it Truth or Dare. What's the one from like the 2000s? Where they made you eat like bugs and stuff like that. Fear Factor. Like that's what I feel like this was implementing. It was anybody could do anything for money if they really wanted to. And during this movie, the action scenes were really cool. I really liked all of the cooler gadgets in this movie as well, with little balls that are cameras and people that can take pictures of him to get money and stuff like that, which is really interesting and a different aspect of it. But I really liked Powell's character in this and how he portrays him as an angry person, but he's not really that angry. He just plays it that way. And I won't spoil the ending of it, but it's really, really good. I gave it a 77 out of 100. I was thoroughly enjoyed by what was happening on my screen.
Yeah, I want to say we actually gave it the same score.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Alrighty. Next up for me was the movie I saw after Primate, and then immediately forgot that I watched Primate, which was All You Need Is Kill. I went in with no expectations. This is based off the same manga that Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise is based off of. And so I was excited for it, and I think it's just okay. I need to start by saying that the large part of the reason I don't like this movie is the character designs. They look awful. It's a shame, too, because everything else in the movie looks incredible. The creatures, the locations, the items in the world, they all look great. But the characters just look really bad. I don't know why they look as bad as they do. Like they look like it looks like almost unfinished sketches, which is really kind of weird. But that being said, everything looks really cool. The plant-like design, there's like a plant-like design for the aliens that's different from the Tom Cruise movie, as far as I know. And then there's a brilliant color design too. It's almost like all pastel colors and stuff, which is really, really interesting. It's also a shame that the story is just kind of boring. They kind of go for this more like stereotypical anime plot in the back half, which I don't know if it's like the manga at all, but I kind of would have rather had a season of television as opposed to like an hour and 20-minute movie. I think they could have fleshed out the characters a lot more, and they could have fleshed out the world a lot more, but I don't know. This is okay. But apparently Edge of Tomorrow is way better, so
yes, it is.
I have to check that one out. Alrighty. And then next up, I rented If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which is, holy shit, I do not want to be a parent. I want to start out here with the easy praise. Rose Byrne is incredible in this movie. I want to say I actually have her. I added her to my nominations for the end of the year stuff. I want to double check that real quick because I want to make sure. but she is fantastic in this movie as like a mother coming to the end of her wits. Really, really good stuff. Yes, I did put her on my list. Fantastic performance. Also, A$AP Rocky does a really good job in this, which is surprising. I mean, but a lot of rappers are becoming good actors. Him and Tyler the Creator come to mind. And then there's someone else who was in X. I forget his name. But anyhow, and then Conan O'Brien in his first real acting role, who plays a therapist for Rose Byrne's character. He does a really good job as well. I love the way this film portrays its anxiety and the fracturing of Byrne's mental state. Parenting is not all sunshine and rainbows. It's full of peaks and valleys, and those valleys can be very deep, as we see in this movie. It's the times when those moments, coupled with so many external factors and a lack of support from anyone, can destroy you. Which is just absolutely true of pretty much anything. I do think it's a little long to get started. It definitely takes a little bit to get going, but once the train starts, it doesn't stop until the very end. It's haunting and funny in equal moments. It's definitely like an anxiety, like a black comedy almost. Like a very dark comedy, but also some thriller elements to it as well. It's unlike anything I've seen for a hot minute, I'll tell you what.
That's good.
And then watched another documentary. There's a lot of documentaries that I've watched that are not on my recaps just because they're shorts. And I don't typically cover the shorts that I watch unless they're wheelspin ones, just because we'd be here for a long time. But I watched My Father, the BTK Killer, which is a very confusing documentary that brings nothing new to the table. The actual BTK killer, Dennis Rader, this is about his daughter, who had no idea that her dad was obviously she had no idea. It's very confusing. On one hand, she wants to be rid of all this trauma and pain, yet she agrees to do this documentary and go on all these interviews and such. Okay. She's angry at Stephen King for using her parents as inspiration for a book and I think a later movie, yet refuses to be angry at her serial killer father. She's a terrible focus for this documentary. She's just not a good person. It also just has nothing new to say about the BTK killer. I mean, I'm not too knowledgeable on his exploits.
I didn't know him.
But it was the bind, torture, kill killer is the whole kind of thing for him. He would like call the houses of people and taunt them afterward and beforehand. It was a whole thing. I wanted to see more information about that though. I don't want to see just like regurgitated information and these boring people talking about things that I don't really care about when it comes to this. I want to see like what happened. Some of us want to know what happened, why it happened, how it happened, but this does nothing to satiate you for that. Like, I get it. This woman is traumatized, but clearly not enough to try and make a profit off the situation. It's kind of confusing. I'm not a big fan of this one. But like, sure, she lost her father, but like those families were also destroyed. She also just refuses to talk about the victims at all. She is not the victim here.
Yeah.
She is a victim, but she is not the victim. So like, I don't know. Weird documentary. Not a fan of it. But let me tell you what I was a fan of, Kevin. And a movie that I is on my top 10 of the year. It Was Just an Accident. This is a new film from Iran from the director Jafar Panahi, who I will be checking out his work for certain from now on. This is sublime filmmaking. The work of a true master. It's darkly funny while also being filled with such an anger that you can just feel below the surface. Like, it's funny, but you just kind of feel that anger kind of bubbling underneath. Not only that, but the performances are really good as well. The main three actors are fantastic. You get lost in their character. I didn't see actors. Like, it's maybe that's the thing with foreign films, because you're not understanding the language firsthand. It's kind of easier to see them as people and not as actors. But the entire film is brilliant. It feels like the director is grappling with his own history of being imprisoned in Iran and protesting and everything. Is the proper route forward mercy or revenge if you found the person that did horrible things to you? Is violence okay if you're being violent towards a person that was violent to you? Like, there's a lot of questions that it asks. The last 20 minutes of this movie is everything. There's like a 10 or 15 minute one take that is just, it is so good. There's so much emotion in that, and it just goes from A to B, and it is absolutely incredible. If there's anything I can nitpick, there's a little too much comedy, I would say, at some points. But it's a very minor complaint. Those moments are needed to break up all the tension and to break up the dread that we and the characters are feeling. And they also effectively set up the doubts of the main character has for the kidnapped person's identity, which I'm not going to spoil too much about the movie, but please see this movie. It is fantastic. It's like it's on sale to rent on like YouTube
everywhere.
Right, I'd probably rent it on like Prime instead, just because YouTube's translation thing is not the easiest to figure out, and I'm sure Prime will probably have it automatically have subtitles. But fantastic movie, and just shows to show that like Iran is a fantastic country for film. We watched Close Up, which is an incredible movie from Movie Club, and then this is a second or third movie. We also watched A Separation was the other one. So last one for me is Moonrise Kingdom, which I watched today because last 2 hours or so of work wasn't that busy, so I just kind of had it on while I was doing some busy work. And this is one of the few Wes Anderson movies that I haven't seen, and I think it's the most youthful and hopeful movie that he's made. All about young love, and in many ways the kids in this movie are more adults than the adults, which is kind of fun. Sam and Susie are the two main characters. They're an adorable little pair. They're so much fun to watch because of the performances, but then also because of the design of the film that they're inhabiting. The production design is always a huge part of Wes Anderson's films. The costumes, the sets, the props, everything looks fantastic. I mean, even the things that you can't build, like the natural locations, looked incredible, which is really cool. However, I didn't really feel anything deeper on this movie. It just kind of felt like a little bit more of a style over substance kind of thing. There is substance there, but I think because it's more positive, it's more hopeful, and it's more about like young love and kind of finding the person you're meant for. And I'm currently in a state of depression. Maybe I just didn't really vibe with the movie at that point, but I think on a rewatch I could enjoy it a lot more. I just for me, it's not quite at the level of like Grand Budapest Hotel or what was the other one, Royal Tenenbaums or anything like that.
Okay.
Still a good movie though.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'll end it off with District 9. This was a very interesting movie. You really enjoyed this movie, correct?
I wrote a paper on it, yeah.
Okay, so there it is. I mean, he must enjoy it if he wrote a paper on it. But this was very interesting because the first part of this movie, I don't know if I didn't enjoy, but I didn't get what it was trying to go for, if I can say that, because it takes somebody you don't really know and then just puts them into the alien space and then has them going through everything. But as soon as spoiler alert, it's a almost 20-year-old movie. Oh my gosh, it's almost 20 years old. When he gets the arm, and that's when everything starts to ramp up a little bit. So it does take a little bit of time to ramp up and everything like that. That's in my opinion. But after that, the story is fantastic about everything. The ending I think is really great in this movie too, just because if they would have just left it with the flower and not shown what happens afterwards, I think it would have been amazing, I feel like. But the aliens did look a little bad, unfortunately, with the CGI, or some instances they were pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
so this movie holds up really well, but okay. Sure.
I mean, it might be the TV that I'm watching it on.
Maybe. I was like, in 4K, this thing looks incredible still.
Oh, see, no, like I could see definitely some of like the vehicles and stuff like that as well do not hold up. But I really love the aliens in this movie too. They're very unique in that aspect. And I love how it wasn't in the United States. It was in South Africa too, which is a different part of the world and a different country that we don't really see in US movies and stuff. So, but I really enjoyed it. 85 out of 100. The story is what really got me into it, I feel like.
Yeah, I love this movie. I particularly love the documentary stuff in the beginning. I think is where it's at the strongest for me. But also because that this is a whole, and what I wrote my paper on is that this whole thing is a commentary on South Africa's apartheid that happened until the 90s. So the aliens in many ways are supposed to be representative of Black Africans that lived in South Africa because they were treated like others. They were like basically like Jim Crow South was in South Africa until the 90s.
Oh.
like
Okay.
black and white bathrooms, like separate drinking fountains, separate restaurants, the whole thing.
Mhm,
And a lot of
mhm.
those signs, there's like signs that are out in public, like no aliens allowed, no.
No crossing during
Those are
stuff like
literally signs that would have said no black people or whatever the name would have been in South Africa in this area. And it's just it's so brilliant.
Mhm.
I love that movie so much. And also, I don't know if you figured this out. There's a couple weapons in that movie. The assault rifles they use kind of look like the Halo battle rifle.
Yes. Mhm,
And there's a sniper rifle that one of them used that is literally just the sniper from Halo.
Yep.
That's because this was made from the leftovers of a canceled Halo project.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually. So
yeah, this director was going to do a Halo movie with Peter Jackson producing it, but it ended up not going anywhere. So,
I mean, I think he made a better movie, I feel like.
It probably would have been better. I mean, who knows? I mean,
no. I mean, this movie was better, probably better.
I mean, probably. We don't know how the Halo. Peter Jackson producing a Halo movie probably would have been good, and Neil Blomkamp is a good director, so I don't know. Yeah. But that is going to be it for the non-wheel spin stuff. Let's go ahead and get to the wheel spin stuff, Kevin. And your short.
Yeah, my short is kind of a horror kind of cartoon, hair raising hair. I really want to know the origin story of, I guess his name is Hair, the big furry hairball that Bugs Bunny gets introduced to in this short, just to see why he was right.
No, hair HARE is another word for rabbit.
No. I want to know the monster that's full of hair.
Oh, sorry. Gossamer.
Okay. Yeah, what is his name? Gossamer. Yeah, I want to know his like origin story and stuff. That would be kind of cool. The scientist is really creepy. It's like a Frankenstein kind of short, which is really cool, but it's made for kids, so it was kind of fun at the same time. I mean, you're getting great animation as well with the Warner Brothers and everything like that, but I give it an 87 out of 100. It was a fun watch.
I love this short, so I'm right there with you. My short this week was a Silly Symphonies one from Disney called The Tortoise and the Hare, which, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say I think the Looney Tunes ones are far better. And I think this one's well animated, especially because this one came out probably about 10 years or so before the Looney Tunes ones. But let me tell you what this one has that the Looney Tunes one does not have.
Mickey Mouse.
And that has the rabbit character hitting on minors.
Oh God.
Yeah, he literally stops outside like a rabbit school for like girls, and he's like trying to impress them and show off, and that's why he loses. It's so wrong, man. It feels so icky. But besides that, it's just rather uninteresting compared to like the Looney Tunes ones. Didn't even really have particularly like good music or anything, so it was just fine.
Just there.
Yeah, it was creepy for sure.
Yeah. So I'll talk about my wheel spin movie, which is Me Before You, and this is just your mediocre romance movie, which I thought was going to be like a 50 out of 100 for me, to be perfectly honest. But I really liked the aspect of a spoiler. He's paralyzed, quadriplegic, and he doesn't feel life anymore, if that makes sense. He doesn't enjoy life, and this quirky little British person comes into his life wearing grandma clothes and dresses and stuff like that, which she makes this movie really, really funny and fun, which is fantastic. And she not steals the movie, but both of them working together are absolutely fantastic. And then at the end of this movie, which I didn't see coming, is he wants to, I don't want to say commit suicide, but assisted suicide, pretty much. He doesn't want to live anymore after the 6 months. And she knows it, but doesn't want him to do it. So she tries to do all of these trips and stuff like that to make him want to stay, and he still goes along with the assisted suicide. And that's what was heartbreaking to me, was like, oh my gosh, she just showed you everything, but you still don't want to live. But it is his own right to do that. So I give it a 64 out of 100. I mean, it's good, but it's not my cup of tea, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you got to see the positives of it, which is nice. All right, my movie was a classic for sure. Kindergarten Cop from 1990. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did. I haven't actually seen this before. This is my first time. And sure, it's an iconic 90s action movie with Schwarzenegger, but I didn't think it would have as much comedy as it did. And I'm actually, like, the kid stuff and the comedy stuff is better than the action stuff in this movie. And I think that is where it's at its strongest. It's also Ivan Reitman, same director as Ghostbusters, so, I mean, it's going to have some quality to it. The cast overall is pretty decent, and I especially love Schwarzenegger's partner. She's really funny, and I'm kind of upset that her career never took off because I thought she was really good. All the kids made me laugh at various points too, which is funny because I hate kids and I hate kid actors. So like that was kind of weird, but I actually enjoyed them. And the scene with them asking Schwarzenegger questions like, it's not a tumor, all that, it's great. What didn't really thrill me was the villain and the overall story. It's fine. It's just, they have to have a reason for him to be in the kindergarten. It can't just be Schwarzenegger turning up to be a kindergarten teacher. But, like, it's good. Just don't expect, like, a layered or nuanced detective story by any means. But I didn't, so I wasn't hurt by it. I thought it was fine. It was funny. I'd definitely watch it again, especially with other people. I think, especially for people who haven't seen it before, it's going to be something that is a lot of fun to do.
Nice.
So.
Very cool.
All righty. Yeah. Well, let's go at... Oh, I just saw... Sorry, I'm on the Letterboxd homepage for... what's it called?
Letterboxd?
For... oh my gosh.
What are you talking about?
I was on the homepage because I'm ready to pull up movies to search them to see
Name a woman.
Them or not.
Name a woman.
My mom. But I saw that they Letterboxd just updated their video store. It includes this year's movie Together, which if anyone hasn't seen that, you can rent it on Letterboxd. Also, one of the
HBO Max too.
There you go. Also, one of the Oscar nominees for sure for animated movie this year, Little Amelie or the Character of Rain, you can rent as well, which I'm really excited. I wanted to watch that movie. Sorry, totally got sidetracked. But let's go ahead and get to our favorite part of the show, Kevin, which is what?
We don't let ChatGPT, because they're losing money, spin the wheel for us because we do it ourselves.
That is very true. Let's see here. Did you think Arnold looked suspiciously like Kyle from Terminator 1 in the beginning? I mean, sure. Yeah, but I mean, that's just 90s and 80s Arnold Schwarzenegger. Maybe it was supposed to be a reference, but I mean, I never sat there going, "Oh my god, it's him." So,
oh my god.
Alrighty, but let's go ahead and get into this. Kevin, what are you hoping for this week?
Maybe a classic, like a Oscar winner or a Critical Choice Award winner for something. Would it be cool? Because
you're not gonna get them.
You know what? We can always hope.
I'm just kidding. You'll get whatever you get. We'll go ahead and give it about another minute and a half or so. If anyone wants to get any movies I want to add on to here, any short film. I think we got short films from Joey last week, but we'll see what happens. And then any other films want to get added? I don't know what I want, honestly. Who knows? Pretty much anything. Oh, you watched Phenomenon already.
What's Phenomenon?
That's the one with what's his name? John Travolta.
Oh, the one that, yeah.
Free Jack from 1992. Oops.
There's some good selections on, what's it called?
The video store for Letterboxd?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Alrighty. Well, consider there's only 2 viewers, and we got one from Joey. We're going to go ahead and spin. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the wheel of shorts. Kevin, you ready?
I'm ready. Whenever your thing loads, then I'll be ready.
All right, and Kevin's short this week.
My short this week is going to be
A Pest in the House is Kevin's short this week, which is going to be Looney Tunes short. So have fun with that one. We'll go ahead and shuffle this up, and I'll spin it for me. Bells. That is a Kevin one, so I will shuffle that up and spin again. Oh man, we got a. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say.
I don't know either.
I think this is another Kevin one. Yep. If I didn't watch so many shorts in my free time, I'd probably make this a little easier. Oh, that looks like a new one. Crime on their hands.
That sounds like a Three Stooges.
You're gonna take a bet? You think that's the Three Stooges one?
Mm-hmm.
It is. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be watching that one. Let me go ahead and save this real quick. Save. All right. Let me go ahead and go to the wheel of movies. Kevin, let's get you your movie.
I want my movie, and I need it.
I want my MTV.
People probably don't even know what that's from anymore.
No, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Brewster's Millions.
What the heck is that?
I have no idea. Let me see if that's on here. Yeah, Brewster's Millions from 1985. Oh, it's a Richard Pryor, John Candy movie.
Oh, okay. That'll be interesting.
Oh, this is a movie I've seen clips from a lot. Yeah, this is a comedy classic. Or at least a lot of people know what it is. So, except for you and I just didn't know the name of it. So, awesome.
No. Cool.
I'm lucky you. All righty. And we'll shuffle this up. Joey, I'll get to your question in just a second.
I'll get to it, Joey.
And this is going to be a Kevin movie, because I can see it. I'm getting unlucky today. Here we go. Where it stops, no one knows. It's going to be something interesting. Let's hope and... Murder by Death. I mean, I would assume, but Murder by Death from 1976. This is a... Oh, it's a whodunit. A comedy whodunit. Oh, okay.
Oh. Like Clue.
Apparently, this is a problematic cousin of Clue, so that'll be fun. But that will be the movie that I am watching this week. So, let me go ahead and save that real quick. So, Kevin will be watching the short, A Pest in the House, and we'll be watching the comedy film Brewster's Millions, whereas I will be watching the Three Stooges short, Crime on Their Hands, followed by the comedy whodunit, Murder by Death. So that'll be it for this week. Garrett, I asked the Arnold question, as there was, I believe, a rumor that he was supposed to be Kyle in Terminator 1 until Cameron convinced him otherwise. Interesting. I actually did not hear of that before. So I didn't know that was a thing. Thank you for bringing that up, though. All right. But that is going to be it for this week. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Of course, we do have our next episode of Movie Club coming up on Friday, which I'm very excited to talk about. We're going to be taking a look at the documentary Paris is Burning, which is one of my personal favorites. So we'll be taking a look at that. And, of course, we'll have, I'm debating, probably do a live stream tomorrow for the Academy Award nomination. We'll figure it out.
That would be cool if you did.
I mean, I got to get up early and then actually put on clothes, so that's kind of frustrating. But, you know,
I
whatever.
hate putting on clothes.
I mean, it's over pretty quick. It'll probably be done within 20 minutes, so shouldn't be too bad. But anyhow, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this week. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. And, of course, until that time, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen. Have a great weekend, everyone.